Hi, I am Kathleen Dugan from Carver, Mass., and I'd like to thank the members of the committee for taking time today to listen to and consider our testimonies in behalf of H3541 resolution. Thank you. An Article 5 Convention of States would certainly discuss and propose an amendment or amendments that place restraints upon the power of the federal government to tax and to spend. The United States is broke. We are worse than broke. Currently, the debt is $33 trillion, with unfunded liabilities estimated to be as high as $150 trillion. Citizens helplessly watch continuing resolutions being enacted by Congress and signed by presidents of both major parties that violate the Budget Act. Debt ceilings are raised, and the term captures the absurdity. How many times have you raised the ceiling on your home? Coolidge put it quite elegantly in his autobiography, quote, "Both men and nations should live in accordance with their means and devote their substance not only to productive industry, but to the creation of various forms of beauty and the pursuit of culture which gives adornments to the art of life," unquote. Wise words from one of the most noblest men to have ever served in the government of Massachusetts. Today, money is printed uncontrollably by the federal government to adorn in ever-increasing benefits that discourage work and increase the tax burden on a populace already stretched to its limits. There is nothing beautiful or cultured about such an arrangement. While previous generations of Americans seem to sacrifice for others not yet born, our federal government seems to be on a quest to see what can be inflicted on those not yet born. Congress has consistently adopted gigantic omnibus spending bills. While relatively novel in the context of the full history of our republic, such bills have been passed for decades. In 1989, Congress pushed through a Budget Reconciliation Act that a then member described as, quote, "so voluminous that it was hauled into the chamber in an oversized box. Its thousands of pages, which the clerk hadn't even had time to number, had to be tied with a rope, like newspapers bundled for recycling. While reading it was obviously out of the question, it was true. I was permitted to walk around the box and gaze upon it for several angles, and even to touch it," unquote. An Article 5 Convention of States would most certainly consider an amendment or amendments that would require that general accepted accounting principles be forced upon the federal government, and a requirement that annual federal budgets be balanced. Once again, thank you for giving us your valuable time. I strongly urge you to fully support the proposed resolution H3541.